Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Film Friday. If you've never been here, hello stranger, it's great to have you here. And on Fridays, I have a habit of always retelling a movie that I like with tarot cards. And since tomorrow I have to be finished with my own personal tarot deck here for an exhibition, I thought I could retell one of my old artsy favorites. Since we're probably getting the Knight of Cups, I also decided to include my Cup of Knights, made by a good old friend. Yeah, and this favorite movie of mine is called Mozart and the Whale, alternate title Crazy in Love. But actually, recently I've read a complaint that people don't say crazy anymore. So Mozart and the Whale it is, because this deck, of course, also contains 4 whales that are the 4 aces. Yes, I'm ace in the sense of a member of the asexual spectrum community. Did I mention that? And of course, like this particular favorite film of mine is supposed to be like a romantic Hollywood tragedy comedy, and I like big butts and I can't deny. It also shows like one version of autistic communication within a love relation. And this couple exists, I would say, with minimal professional outside support, but I also want to tell the story, like to keep the discussion up in the air, that whenever like the community and like the trained specialists help people who actually want the help, as long as the problems are small, you may prevent bigger problems. And of course, I don't want to focus too much on problems, but I am actually recently figuring out what kind of help I would need to live a more active life again. I have autism and a physical disability that gets in a way worse with age, like, or because the joints age prematurely, and because like my brain coordination is a little bit sort of regressing. Like, I'm 44 years old, and tell some people when the context is right, please let's talk to me like to my demented grandma that I don't have anymore. But yeah, back to topic. Hey, we are beginning with an ace. That's a whale. That's really good. And it's the okay, I know there is a species called the right whale that looks differently, but that is an orca. And I actually like that because the word orca in Icelandic means energy. And of course, like me, these autistic people in the movie have very varying levels of energy. And the guy dresses up as a whale for Halloween, hence the name Mozart and the Whale. And it's, yeah, an orca whale. His love interest asks me, why is that so? What? That you are a whale? And he says there are many reasons for this. And she says, well, name 6. And these reasons are never named, but I have made the experience personally that some autistic people, including my noble self, like dressing into things that cover the head as to brace out noises and lights. And one twist of the movie is that, like, this guy in the whale costume tried so hard to be on time that he got all panicky and showed up like an hour late, and then the two young people went to the fairground rather than to the Halloween party, which was also very loud, but actually helped them sort of exist on their own terms. And yes, I have two paintbrushes here. They have different caps, but I think the caps are only indicating the thickness of the tip. I haven't understood that system yet. And I think, yes, I would have like similar communications with someone who identifies with animals or who likes art. And actually, the young couple doesn't have like the complete set of special interests identical, but they talk about their respective special interests with so much humor and love that it just clicks. Because they respect and appreciate each other's unusual way of talking, like uneven numbers are sexy or something like that. Haven't seen the film in a long time, but it is like one of my favorites that basically made me cry because I encountered it at a time in my life when I tried to make a love relation work, and that became kind of a fight against windmills, but it still shaped my life in a way. Today I feel really at home among the aces. So, I am no good at shuffling cards, but Two of Swords, yeah, maybe we should cite that. Of course, there are like two people with, in this case, a sensory and social disability. So yeah, maybe okay, this puffin here is touching the saber teeth. So for instance, at this fairground that I talked about, the woman gets a breakdown because like she can't bear the clinging sound of metal. And the guy knows that, but he forgets that because maybe autism and ADHD go hand in hand. And like there is this game where you have to throw a ring on like triangular structures, and then he grabs the entire box of rings and throws it into the air, which of course clings a lot. So yeah. Well intended and like very childish humor, but still ends with the woman breaking down crying. So in this case, he was a little bit of a chunky walrus. But then again, she wanted to win this particular plushie, and if my love interest would help me win a particular plushie, I think that's one way to win my heart. When puffins are not in a mating mood, their faces are sort of going gray. And I know this pencil can be watered down, but I don't want to make the puffin green. King of Swords. Okay. He has a necklace that is sort of a crossroad, and like the young couple often gets to a crossroad. Even to the point that a psychologist tells them to break the relation off. But there is always something small that says, what if? And actually then they like I would like to say something about the cape. Like I don't know, they don't fly away like Batman, and they don't cover their problems any better. But they, let's say, find a way that is not explained, and then drink to their marriage with a group of friends who are also like some of them don't know any social boundaries, some of them are autistically diagnosed and so on, but like, okay, I would say they are king and queen in the grassroots. Maybe also because there is like, because this film is like mid 2000s, no other knowledge and help available. I associate many of those king and queen cards also with knowledge, with a little bit standing above the problems sometimes. Oops, too much coffee. Not standing above that. Okay, I like this film with the help that is available. But yeah, note to City of Reykjavik. I love how uncomplicated it was to renew my approval for disability transport, but I am still figuring out how to get more help, how something could be like some, okay, weapon is of course the wrong word, but some tool to manage my life alone better would be awarded to me. Okay, this is a tricky topic. Let's draw another card. The Fool. The Fool is cool because the Fool is the start of a journey. And actually, I could take this as a very good beginning of the movie, because these two people, Isabel and Donald. Like his name is Donald Morton, so and I have a book character named Morton, so I always think his the first name is Morton, but it's Donald. No parallels to other people intended, of course. Because this particular Donald, like somewhere between 25 and 35 years old, has a special interest in mathematics, and some people tell him, like the Rain Man, you could work for NASA, but he failed the job interview when someone asked him, what are you gonna do after school? And he said, well, I'm going home, because he takes things very literal. But the Fool card is always the card of the beginning of a journey, of maybe not knowing what happens. So yes, I would say with all my like inspiration I got from films even when I was younger, I think I'm moving on a journey where I don't know where exactly it's headed, and maybe I don't have to know that. And I wish you all a great day where you can head on your journey whether you know where it's headed or not. Bye bye.